What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I am back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the top of the map in the red color, playing as Odin. His name is the Rapple. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Ra. His name is Albert Wesker. Beautiful. We have game number 2 of this best of 3 for the group stage of the competitive mega random tournament. First one ever. And hopefully we'll see more of this type of tournament. If not, see more of this type of tournament. If not see that, then see this map in the competitive pool in future tournaments to come. First game going to Wesker in a very, very entertaining fashion, utilizing his Loki to defend Rapple's fast Ragnarok push, an incredibly good play, and then also managing to defend the somewhat Fire Giant follow-up. The map is competitive mega random, therefore there is lots of very strange things that can happen, such as a very peculiar looking forest over here and over here. Not only that, we do have a map that contains fish. Competitive mega random can have fish spawns of 3 or 2. It's a very small chance for the 2 fish spawns to come, but that's neither here nor there. You do have to scout and see how much fish is going to be on the map. Otherwise, you can overdo it on your fish. Now, this map here is similarly looking like we've got a total of 12 per player, which means you got to work out exactly how much fish you have to make and get them as fast as you can without overdoing it. Otherwise, you get late classical ages and things can be very, very bad for you. So if we jump over here to Rapple's perspective, you can see he's currently on the zebra here. He's got his ox car. He's going to be able to share it with the zebra, with this zebra a little bit later as well if he wants to pull off. No problems. You see the fishing ships coming over here to try and spot as much fish as he possibly can. Going to grab all of that as fast as possible here as the dock is going to come up. Feel like Rapple's going to be fairly comfortable here staying one side of the fish, giving away 12 fish on the top side. Not going to be that big of a deal if he can get 9 fish here. We'll see if he's going to be fast enough or not to do that. Whereas Albert here, or Wesker, is getting all of his fishing ships out on this side as fast as he can. We see a dock potentially come down for Rapple a little bit later. He has gone double Ulfsark, so he sees everything here, and he's going to have to make some sort of a decision as more fishing ships are coming out. Rapple deciding to actually cut his fishing ship, throwing the dock down, moving his fishing ship forward. He's getting those forward spaces very, very early here as Wesker is trying to start his own fishing ship shenanigans happening. So that is everything he needs to do. Alrighty, so Rapple now, villagers popping out over here onto the food. He's got a lot of resources in the bank, going to be throwing down a temple fairly soon. Right in the middle of the map. I actually really, really like this from Rapple. Unlike Mediterranean, this map here, the water is really, really close together, which means an aggressive land assault coupled with the water is going to be incredibly strong to take control of the water. If you take control of both sides of the water here, you get a total of 24 fishing locations for yourself, which ends up being very, very good. If you can get that much, you're going to be able to effectively win the game just off of economy alone. It's going to be hard to throw that economic lead. We see the temple coming up now. Wesker is still wondering what he's doing with all of this wood in the bank, as the fishing spots have all but been taken up here, it would seem, as Rapple is still building fish on the top here, but for some reason Wesker not going forward to take these for himself, as Rapple has managed to click up at a fairly competitive time here. It's maybe could be looking at closer to like a 445, 430 on a map like this with all of these fishing ships. Can build some more as you're advancing kind of thing. But 5 minutes, no problems, compared to Wesker, who's going for a 530 here. He's going up through docks coming down. He's going for 3 docks on this side. Another dock over here as well to protect his fishing ship is going to be very, very good as well. And we'll see what Rappel's plan is behind this. No Herso getting queued just yet. He is on the pickaxe. He's leaving villagers on food here. So this, to me, is looking like a fast heroic from Rappel. I love this. This is one of those strategies that I wouldn't expect to see very often on a competitive random, mega random map, because it requires a little bit of forethought to be like, okay, I'm spawning in on Anatolia and I want to do this, I want to do that. But Rappel here, he knows he's against Ra. He knows the Ra player's not going to scout too much. He knows what sort of map it is. He's scouted very, very nicely already. And he has immediately decided in this moment to go fast, heroic, and try and clean the water up. He's going to go through Njord here. He's going to get himself access to the Kraken. And he's going to be advancing so absurdly quick to the to the heroic age that that Wesker is not going to know what to do here. Now, there are some strategies here with Ra, which maybe Wesker's not so aware of, but where basically he can go for fast second town center into farms and just sack the water and kind of be okay. But Rappel is going to be terrifying in this game, as he's going to have the temple here with the mountain giant to boot to push in. The wood is close on the docks over here as well as the docks over here, so he can decide to go either which way if he so chooses. Rappel now can pull off of all of that food as well, jumping onto the wood, have access to dragon ships straight away. Those are the siege ships for Norse to deal with any sort of cabinet production that Wesker wants to do. Wesker's got himself 1,000 wood in the bank right now, not making any of the, what do you call them? Not making any cabinets just yet. A little bit short on the gold, but he wants to move over onto this gold mine as well. Town center's in range of water as well for both players, so you do have to be a little bit careful come Mythic Age that you defend that at least nice enough. We see the forest fire on the backside of the map here, almost taking a village down. No, not even close, but he has moved those units there, as we do see a Walking Woods coming in here for Rappel, as he's looking like he's going for the jugular here, but no, just going to go straight for those docks. The mountain giant going to swing around. Kraken coming through as well, ready to take down these fishing ships. Fishing ships of Rappel do not have the upgrade purse scene just yet, but he is immediately grabbing it now, as he's realized he's going to be able to do just that, as the dock's going to get taken down. Settlement coming up here as fast as possible as the dock does go down. And the rest of these docks will be falling very shortly after as well, as the Herso moves in to try and take the Wadjet down. The priest here coming through to help out just a little bit, but it's going to be too slow here, it would seem, as the mountain giant at least picks one of these up. The dragon ship going after this dock here, which at least sitting here thinking about going after the dock, as more fishing ship are going to be getting produced, as Rappel realizes, yep, Wesker's just sacking water here, it would seem. And lots of wood in the bank, maybe too much wood in the bank. I'm not sure what that's all essentially for. He's got pigs here. He can get himself Shadoof and everything else. He's very, very behind, it would seem, in terms of any sort of timings that he wants to be hitting here, as the longhouse is going to be coming up very, very quickly here for Rappel as well. Let's check out the economy of Rappel. He's got a lot of resources in the bank. He can throw down a hill fort as well. He hasn't lost any of his Walking Woods trees just yet. The dragon ship can try and take down these fishing ships. Is taking a little bit of damage as the mountain giant and Valkyrie making their way around this side of the map to try and get onto those docks here. I think that Rappel doesn't need to care so much about this though, because he can definitely target this town center down. I think that maybe even upgraded dragon ships might be able to start targeting the town center down. And normally that doesn't matter because the town center can just pick them off fast enough. But if you've got a whole bunch of other units to help kill off the town center, it can be a really, really big help for a push there. As the market coming down for Rappel, and Rappel says, you know what? Why not? Straight to the Mythic Age. He can go Rag here. He can go Fimbulwinter here. He's choosing Fimbulwinter. That's immediately in onto Dragon Ship, into Oxy Dragon Ships, or whatever you call it. Naval Oxybilities Dragon Ships, which you can be able to clean up everything here. As Albert, has he made anything? No, he hasn't. We see the Dragon Ship coming forward to take down the docks. And then the Walking Woods Mountain Giant combo here is going to be enough to finish this one off very, very fast. Still haven't seen Rapple throw up any more docks over on that position there. We've got ourselves medium infantry coming through. Townsend getting grabbed here as Rapple's just taking his time. The rain being cast is not going to slow down any sort of Fimbulwinter that's going to be coming Wesker's way. We see an armory coming down. This is a very, very late heroic age for Wesker on this game here. As the Priest Wadjet getting pulled back. The dragon ship slowly moving forward, trying to take down these fishing ships here. Nice play here. I think it will be worth it to delete this dock, get the Yorman Elver out over on this side of the map here to push through. We see a whole bunch of priests coming through here to help defend any potential pushes as the priests can come in and try and take down these units. We see the dragon ship has managed to get taken out here. 6 priests going to be a bit of a nuisance for the Walking Woods here, but the dock does end up falling and Rapple will pull back, just losing 1 Walking Woods to clear out 6 docks in total. Very nice play thus far from Rapple as the tier does come through, and he will be clicking that one immediately, it would seem. There's the Fimbulwinter hitting this gold mine. Absolutely brutal. Hitting the villagers on the farms as well. We are seeing Hathor is coming through. The priests are all in though, so he's got 8 priests that can deal with these Fimbulwinter wolves fairly easily. So he's going to be able to get back onto the gold mine fairly fast here. So this is something that happens a little bit and is a decent defense against just a stray fast Fimbulwinter. As Rapple now, lots of villagers coming out and throwing up a hill fort on the front. Does have the Yorman Elver on this side, so he did decide to actually delete that dock. Beautiful play. Nice thinking from Rapple. He's kind of in my head. Well, I'm in his head, one of the two, but I love that play thus far from Rapple. Going to be getting himself a lot more advantages, more fishing ships coming in on this location as well. But only 1 dock over here means those fishing ships for Rapple are a little bit slow. He's got a ton of food to play with here. Another temple coming down. Do we see anything? No Fimbulwinter wolves to speak of just yet, but the Yolf Jarls are going to be coming through, and he does have access to Ringgiver, so these Jarls are going to be a big deal here as we see the rock coming in, and he's got to be careful here. The rock going to be flying through, seeing the temple, seeing the hill fort. He does pull back, realizing what's coming from. We've already got heavy infantry in for Rapple. Do we have champion infantry? No, heavy raiders instead. Going to be the choice. Definitely wants to get that for those Jarls to deal with those medium axemen. With the Yorman Elver here, he can use this to take down these units so fast. You do see the hill fort, or the Migdol stronghold, I should say, getting taken down before it even gets up here, or just as it gets up. So it's a full 400 gold lost for Wesker, and in that moment, Wesker taps out as Rapple executes an incredibly sound fast heroic here on a map that he probably hasn't ever seen here. This is one of those strategies you would 100% see on like a Midgard or an Anatolia or like a Tundra Pools kind of map, where you know exactly what resources you've got on the map. But Rapple sees it, reacts to it, pulls off an incredible strategy. Njord fast heroic into a pretty fast Mythic behind it with a huge push to counter Albert's delayed second town center kind of thing here. Beautiful play from Rapple. Gets the dub. Evens the series 1-1. We're going to a game-deciding 3rd game here between these 2 players. Remember, Rapple will not be able to use Odin in the next game. Wesker will be able to continue with his Ra. We'll see what Rapple wants to pick here, and it will be a fairly telling tale as to what gods he's going to be picking in the group stage here. And so too, we've seen from Wesker that he likes the Ra after his Loki. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button. Apparently, people want to see the relics that weren't picked up, so we will check those. We've got the Pygmalion Stature, extra 40% hit points, and the Blue Crystal Shard, extra 5% extra wood and gold gather rate. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next game. Hope you enjoyed it.